Welcome back to the channel, and little juice right there. Okay, so we got some work we got to get done, so we don't have time to be dancing. We got work to do. We got a brand new set of 103s. When we test drove the car, we literally have two different sets of plugs in the car, and they're gapped differently too. So I got a fresh set of 103s, get them gapped up, get them in. Like I say, when I test drove it, I wasn't really leaning on, I just wanted to drive it. I just wanted to drive it. I was tired of just looking at it, sitting on jack stands. I want to drive it. So squeaky alternator belt. We didn't have the blower belt reefed down. Janky plugs, BTMs, I don't care. I just wanted to drive it. I wasn't really leaning on it because it didn't have pill and shift light, stuff like that. So I got a 6,000 pill and a shift light. We're going to change the plugs. Probably going to change the alternator belt. And we will probably put a little bit more tension on the blower belt if we can. I ordered a tensioner deal. What it does is it's just basically a set screw for the tensioner for the supercharger. So you set it, and then this thing locks it down where it won't move because it's got the 3 bolt. Blah 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 blah. When I had blowers in the past, and this, when I say in the past, I'm talking nearly 30 years ago. So it was, I had a VORTECH. I got my first VORTECH in 90, end of 93, I think. Maybe it was early 94. But I got a VORTECH V1, got the Cobra kit or the HO kit or whatever you want to call it. And then that's back when there was just basically the A, the B, and then the R trim was just a head unit. It didn't come with a kit. It's just, you bought it as the race unit. I eventually bought a R trim head unit, bought an ASP cog belt system for it. This is all ancient stuff. To like you younger guys, you don't even know what I'm talking about, but it's back when there weren't a lot of options. So, but belt slippage and bracket flex were always issues and stuff. And honestly, I was pretty much an idiot, more of an idiot back then than I am now. So I never had a lot of great experiences with the blower stuff. When it ran good, it was awesome, but it didn't seem to run good all the time or very often. Honestly, belt was slipping, slinging the belt off. It's just always something going on. So it was a real hassle, and got me away from them. When I sold the blower and stuff, I was like, I'm out on that. So then when I started racing pretty heavy again in the 2000s, I said, I'm gonna be NA and have fun and blah blah blah. So anyway, here we are. So, and that blower I bought that. You older subscribers, we've been around for a little bit now. I bought that in 2017. So I've had it for 7 years. I've had the blower for 7 years, and now we're just now getting around to using it. But hey, whatever. So anyway, let me get the alternator, change the plugs, and I'm gonna take it for another ride because I want to drive it. Plugs are in it, and yeah, it's tight. We went from a 39 to a 38.2. So we also put a little longer bolt in the J bracket and some blah blah blah. So anyway, now I gotta put the blower belt back on, see what happens. Got the belt on. So I should probably look at getting another belt just in case. We don't wanna, we should have a backup like we do for Rob Zombie. All right, we're gonna take it for a quick drive. I locked the timing out at like 24, just to see it. It doesn't seem as happy with the spout connector in, so it may run like garbage. If it does, just reset it, put the spout back in the way it was. So, all right, here we go. We cut back on the fuel pressure a little bit too. The plugs, good look. They were not lean. How about that? Trying to get that truck driver squared away. Not our guy. So, like I said, we saw 10. probably do something about the intake. I mean, I might put some different studs in it, I think. But, oh well. We ain't blowed it up yet. Miraculously. Oh God. It's another week at work already. Perfect. All right. And by the way, feel free to cast your Father of the Year vote or nomination for myself. I got my boy hooked up. Got him some mittens and a hat. It's getting cold outside, so I don't want him to get chilly. We'll get him a jacket, maybe some long pants at some point. But right now, good enough. So, and I'll have you know, I spent $4 whole on that of my own money. So, well, there we go. We drove the car again. As far as testing tunes, well, last weekend it rained. They had a 2-day bracket race. Didn't think they were going to run a test and tune anyway, but it rained and they went ahead and canceled just, you know, because. This weekend, guess what? 70% chance of rain on Sunday. And they're not technically having a test and tune. They're having one of them, I don't know, you know, like grudge type things or something. So but it says 28s or whatever. So I'm assuming it's slicks or radials. It's some kind of shootout anyway. But they said we can run test and tune during the event. We did this once before. It was not great. We didn't make many passes and it was a headache. So we may or may not go. Again, if it looks like it's going to be raining, then I'm not going anyway. I mean, I'm not going to spend however much money just to drive up there and get, you know, nah. So I don't know how, you know, I don't know how many more tests and tunes. They don't really do a schedule. You guys know this if you watch the channel for the last couple of years. They don't really do a schedule, and if they do, they don't really stick to it. So who knows when we'll go back to the track for a test and tune. So it's kind of weather dependent once it gets cold outside, and so who knows, whatever. We'll get there when we can. So I really need to take Trojan horse anyway, and that'll give me some more time to kind of do a little bit more with this. I mean, it's, you know, I could race it now. I want to put the drive shaft loop in it, but I could race it now. If you guys saw the bell housing on this thing, I forgot that bell housing was in this car. It's perfect. So, anyway, it runs. I think it does like maybe being locked out, maybe a little better. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That's how we're gonna run it. I'll get the only other change I'm gonna make now, realistically, is get the tensioner thing and bolt it on whenever it comes in, and a few other little knick-knacky things, but otherwise, I think it's probably as good as it's gonna get. I may change the oil, you know, so let's not get crazy. Buy some Mustang. What's the nut up in here? Cappuccino. So anyway, whatever. I'm just rambling now. So we've, you know, hey, it runs. It feels reasonably quick. So I don't know. It spins. I know, please God, someone tell me to get a draggy. So, you know, I don't have any place to really use it. I'm not going to go spend $50 or $60 or however much it is on a jug of stripper glitter so I can melt the tires off my car. I'm not that guy. I don't have that kind of money. Sorry. So, not saying I would never have a draggy just for the heck of it, but I don't use that as a primary. I know that's the hot thing, you know, it's the hot, you know, all the street racing guys do it, you know, post their times or don't post their times. So I just kind of go by the seat of my pants. And then at the end of the day, I don't care what draggy says anyway. It only matters what that little white slip says. That's the only data point that I care about. Everything else. Okay, enough of my whining and justifying myself. Right, what a kid? Okay, thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We couldn't do it without you, and you guys don't want to do it without me, right? I know how it is now. All y'all care about is Teresa on the channel. Y'all don't care about me no more. But you know what? That's fine. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. if I could teach her how to work on cars, or if she was motivated to work on cars, I could just do the filming. I wouldn't have to be on the channel anymore. I could just direct, which I'm sure she would love that. So anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for all the ways to support the channel. Couldn't do it without you. That's how we afforded to buy What a Kid this $4 hat and gloves, dude. Mittens. Mittens. They're not gloves, they're mittens. But especially, thanks for watching. And until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos, one of your own Lincolns, proud owner of Club Big Boost, the hottest pushrod nightclub in Northwest Florida. Did I say 4-track bands? Maybe, maybe not. And as always, fighting a good fight against Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video. God knows what it'll be.